Well, thank you, Chris, and welcome back to the Goshen County Fairgrounds. Ryan Caith and Ron Kaufman with live interviews this week with our 4-H and FFA participants, and we've got a lineup for you today for Goshen County Day at the Fairgrounds. I'll let Ron Kaufman introduce them for you.
Thank you, Ryan. We have three young ladies here they've done an excellent job, I understand, at the Goshen County Fair. And we're going to start with this young lady to my left. And your name?
Kelsey Otten.
Kelsey. So what do you show?
I show lambs.
Lambs. Anything else?
I also do shooting sports.
Okay, let's talk about shooting sports a little bit. What do you do in shooting sports?
Air rifle and .22 rifle.
So I understand you went to Douglas, didn't you, this summer?
Yes, I did.
Well, how'd you do?
Well, I got state champion in air rifle, and I also got 4th place in .22 rifle.
Man, it's a good thing we have her on YouTube. She's a celebrity, isn't she? She's done excellent. Did you stay for a couple days up there in Douglas?
Yes, we did.
Good. So I assume you're a junior. How old are you?
11 years old.
11 years old. Who does your shooting sports instruction for you? Do you know?
No.
Okay.
Well, I know one of my helpers is Chad.
Okay.
Don't know his last name.
Okay, that's fine. At least you have some supervision and some help. Also, you said you took lambs, or you are taking lambs, and that show was yesterday?
Yes, it was.
Did you get a little warm?
Yeah, I got really hot.
Yeah. So are you in market or breeding?
Market.
Market. Do you have just one lamb or two? Or
2.
Two? How'd they do?
Good. In my blackface division, I got reserve champion. My junior market sheep showman, reserve champion again. My first and second year lamb program, I got champion. And then in my costume contest, I was Taylor Swift, and I also got champion.
Man, that sounds like she got the ribbons. That first and second year lamb, can you kind of tell the audience how that works?
Well, it's a first and second year lamb program, and basically it just helps you like learn what you should do with your lambs, and like the helpers are really nice.
So they give you some educational programs, correct?
And there's also an interview at the end.
And so do they get those lambs? I think they purchase those lambs in Goshen County, don't they?
They're donated.
Donated. That's terrific. And I tell you how old I am, but I actually started that program years ago in the 90s. So, and now I understand they do it with pigs too.
Yeah, they do. My friend Cassidy Myers is in that too.
Yeah, so did you learn a lot there?
Yes, I did. It was a really fun experience.
And like you say, then they do that program so you kind of decide if you want to take lambs or pigs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sounds like you did good. Can you tell us a little bit about showmanship, how you prep that lamb?
Well, showmanship, basically, we have to shear the lambs, and then I brush my lamb. I put this thing called Revive on them, too. And you have to make sure all the wood chips are brushed out.
So it sounds like I could use that Revive a little bit, huh? That gets them nice and pretty?
Yeah, the shag, nice and pretty.
And tell the audience why you shear them.
The reason you shear them is like make them look nicer.
And look
it's
nice.
also required.
Yeah, and the judge can feel them a little better, can't they?
Yeah.
They can feel the loin area and that type of thing. So you also, I assume you braced your lamb when you showed it?
Yes, I worked very hard on bracing. That was one of my goals.
Also in showmanship, did the judge ask you any questions?
No.
No? Oh, you were lucky, weren't you? Usually they do ask you one or two questions. And I understand you're going to State Fair.
Yes, I am.
You taking your lambs?
I'm taking one of my lambs.
Okay, the blackface or?
Yeah, they're both black faces. I'm taking my weather chief.
What did it weigh?
My weather chief weighed 130.
So in another week, it still should be okay to take to State Fair, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'll gain a little more weight, I assume. Do you feed a special feed to those lambs?
We feed Cooper's show goat feed, low-co, which means low copper.
Oh, okay. So very good. So very knowledgeable. Thank you for coming in, and good luck at State Fair.
Thank you.
We'll let you pass that mic on. And now I think we have another young lady from Torrington area. And your name?
Clara Fegler.
Clara Fegler. She also shows sheep, correct?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
What club are you in?
Show Ring Rebels.
Okay. I think that's a new club, or fairly new.
Yes, it is.
Where do you meet?
So we meet at each other's houses.
Oh, that's good. So at your meetings, do you have to give examples of what you do with your project, that type of thing?
Yes.
Yes, that's kind of fun.
It is really fun.
Okay. So how about your record book? Is it up to date?
Not that I know of.
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So kind of explain what you have to know in that, have to have in that record book. Do you have to have what you feed them, et cetera, et cetera? Tell us a little. You have to have community service, that type of thing.
So what I've read in my record book is I put like what all like I feed them and what the price was, and I do all that stuff.
Yeah. So they're kind of an accountant or a bookkeeper too, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
So how many lambs do you have?
I have 3 lambs.
And what breed?
So I have a speckled face, black face, and a natural.
What's a natural?
A natural lamb is like one of those all black lambs.
Oh, okay. So I learned something new here. So do you prep them just same as you do the other lambs?
Yes, sir.
And they're all market lambs?
Yes, sir.
And they weighed pretty good?
Yes, I do.
Good. So now I want to know how you did in the sheep show. It was kind of warm.
It was very warm. So with my breeding ewe, I got Grand Champion Breeding Ewe, and with my speckled face, I got Champion Junior Showmanship and Reserve Champion Speckled Face Market Lamb. And then with my black face, I got Reserve Champion Breeding Showman.
Good. So you won the breeding showmanship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now that, and I forgot to ask you about breeding. You're breeding ewe. What's the breed?
So my breeding ewe is a natural.
A natural. So did you raise the lamb, or do you raise lambs?
No, we do not raise my lambs.
Okay. Do you breed that ewe?
No, we do not breed it.
Okay. So you did well in the breeding show too, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
What other projects do you have?
I just show lambs.
That's good. That's probably enough, huh?
Yeah.
Because you said you're 11 years old?
I'm 9.
9. Man, I was trying to make you older, Clara. So you did a good job. Do you like to show?
Yes, sir.
How do you tell us a little bit how you show a breeding?
So how you show a breeding ewe is based on how it's like how you kind of set them up.
And you have to walk them around, I assume.
Yes,
and
sir.
the key in showmanship is what? What do you do with your ewe?
So it's also based on how you set them up, and like you do different actions and you do it in breeding and market.
So you want to keep that ewe between you and the judge, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So you've done an excellent job. Are you going to State Fair?
Yes, sir.
And that is August 10th about?
Yes, sir.
You going to stay all week?
I think so.
That's good. Have you learned a lot in the program?
Yes, sir.
So do you exercise your lambs every day?
Yes, I do. We treadmill my speckled face every day, and we go backwards every couple days.
So tell us about, maybe I need to get on that treadmill with you. Tell us about the treadmill.
So the treadmill, we were going to buy just a human treadmill and like kind of jimmy rig it, but then our breeder told us about this treadmill, and my dad bought it for the lambs, and it's an actual treadmill, or a livestock treadmill lamb.
So tell us why you treadmill.
So it kind of builds up their muscle.
Okay. So you're kind of doing it the easier way than walking them, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's really not cheating, but it's a lot easier at your age.
Yes, sir. And I also walk my lambs too a lot.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. And tell the audience why you do that.
So it just calms them down more, and you don't want them super wound up when you're in the ring, so that's why I just normally walk them and walk and walk.
Yeah. And it helps the muscles, doesn't it?
Yes,
Gives
sir.
them a little more muscle. Well, thank you, Clara, and good luck at State Fair.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming in and talking to us.
You're welcome.
You young girls are full of knowledge. So if you'd pass the mic, we'll go on with this young lady. Your name is?
Devay.
Pronounce that?
Devay.
Devan. How old are you?
13 years old.
Okay, I got it close. Close enough, I hope. What club are you with?
Bear Creek Guys and Gals.
Bear Creek Guys and Gals. We're going to have a few of them boys in here. We'll see if you can do better than they're going to be on next from Bear Creek. What did you show?
I showed sheep yesterday, chickens yesterday, and I'm not showing a goat this year because of errors and flaws in her.
Okay, that's all right. But you prepared her for the fair, the goat.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a dairy goat or market goat?
It's a dairy goat.
Dairy goat. Do you milk that goat?
No.
No, it's a young goat, I assume.
Yep.
Okay, and then you showed lambs.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
So on Wednesday, I showed. Oh no, never mind. Oh my gosh. Monday I showed breeding sheep, and I placed reserve champion twice with my ram. I named him Chief. Well, my uncle named him Chief. He came from Kansas City, and he cost $500.
So you did well with that ram. What breed is it? Is it a black face, white face?
Black face.
Black face. So is it a hamp?
I'm not very sure.
Not sure, but it is a black face. So pretty good sized.
Yep.
Yep. Did you have any trouble showing him? Sometimes they can be ornery.
Later on in the day, he jumped up and tried hitting me in the shoulder, but that was the only issue that I had with him.
So that's good. So that's the only breeding stock you showed is the ram?
I showed 2 yearling ewes, too.
Good. Black face?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so how'd you do with those?
I didn't place very high because they were struggling, but I placed 3rd with one, 6th with another, and 4th with... I only had 2. Anyways.
Yeah. So you did okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to State Fair?
No.
You're going to... Well, when you're older, you may go to State Fair.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. And did you show a market lamb?
I showed 3 market lambs yesterday.
You're busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us now the breeding stock. How do you get those ready? You don't clip them, or do you?
I clipped them, and I had someone help me with the ewes and the ram when preparing them because I couldn't really handle the shears. But I washed them with a little bit of help, and also, and we shaved them before we brought them to fair, but they started growing their hair back.
Yeah, they're pretty fast, huh? Mm-hmm. For wool breeds, yeah. So what else you want to tell us? Any other projects you want to talk about?
I have visual art.
That's what I was thinking. What do you do? What did you do in visual arts?
So this year, my aunt found a bunch of buttons that were her great grandma's, I think, and so we glued them to a frame and put a picture of her great grandma on them, or in the frame.
Yeah. So visual arts is kind of an artsy project, isn't it?
Yep.
So how'd you do with it?
I got a blue ribbon.
Does it go to State Fair?
No, I'm taking it home. My aunt's taking it home with her.
Okay, good. Well, thanks for coming in, Ryan. We'll take a little pause here, and we can get the other Bear Creek guys and gals up here to interview them. And you girls, thanks for coming in. It's been a pleasure. And I think our audience learned a lot from you, and so did this old guy right here. So thank you very much. And good luck at State Fair, you girls. So we'll let you change with these boys now, if we can change seats. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, girls. While we get some new interviewees on, I'd like to thank some of the sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. Brought to you in part by North Platte Physical Therapy, Pine Bluff Sinclair, Platte River Family Dentistry, Platte Valley Bank, and State Farm Insurance, Mike Rafferty here in Torrington. And we've got some new fellows with us now, so Grandpa will ask them about their projects.
And I think we have a young lady here, too, to interview, so we appreciate you guys coming in. These guys, I think, are all from Bear Creek Guys and Gals, and that's a club in LaGrange. Where do you meet?
We meet at the community building in LaGrange.
Yeah, nice little building. Were you involved in your summer programs there?
No, not really.
Okay. What's your name?
Liam Hawes.
Liam Hawes. I think I might have had your father. He was on the judging team when
Yep,
I
you
was
did.
4-H agent, and I believe we took a national trip. So,
He's got a lot of stories about that.
oh yeah, and I could probably tell you some more if you want to know about him, if you need it for him. So, what'd you show?
I just showed market lambs. I had one weather and one ewe.
How'd you do?
Not the best this year. My ewe weighed 142 and my weather weighed 162. So I thought I was gonna maybe squeak by and do a little better because I was in the heavyweights and everything
Yeah.
was looking pretty light this year. But with my ewe, she's not well rounded, not as muscle as I wanted. I was gone for 3 weeks, so I couldn't really work with them that much. And
So, I interrupted you. What do you look for in those lambs? What do you want them, the basic qualities?
basic quality, kind of like most animals, is a proportional loin, big loin, long, wide, a big butt, built chest, straight back, a well-muscled market lamb.
Yep, very good, because they're a meat breed, or they are for meat. Are they crossbreds?
No, they are Suffolks.
Suffolks. All right. So Suffolks is kind of a meat breed animal, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Were you in showmanship?
I was in showmanship. I think I got sixth in it. I don't really. Some people take showmanship very serious. I try to sometimes, but this year being gone for 3 weeks,
It was a little tough.
it was a little tough. Also, I have a lot of very good fellow showmen, and they go to a lot of jackpots and stuff like that. So
So they'll get ahead of you a little bit.
I have very tough, respectable competition.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And like these market lambs and thing, they're kind of a high-class athlete, really. You train them and get them in shape and get them muscled up. So that's very important. The other thing I wanted to ask you a little bit about your club in LaGrange. I know that's a community club. How many members are in that club? Do you know?
I think around 40.
So that's a pretty good-sized club.
Yes.
Tell us some of the activities you do.
Well, we have our meetings every month, and then our big one every summer usually is the LaGrange Mini Fair.
That's what I was
And-
trying to lead
yeah.
to, and I couldn't remember the name of it.
So we had floating that, and then our club was the Grand Marshals this year, and so that's our main big one that we do every year. And then
So you can write that down as community service in your record
yes.
book. You do other volunteer work, I assume.
yeah, a lot of it's individual. We don't really have a club stuff, but
Okay.
we do vote on it in meetings. We discuss making stuff for elderly. Veterans Day, we try to usually make thank you cards and bake stuff and send down to the Veterans Home in Cheyenne.
Good. Sounds real worthwhile. Are you an officer in that club?
I am vice president.
Good. So hopefully you're president. What grade you in?
I'm going to be a junior.
That's good. So you have an opportunity maybe being an officer.
Yep, I've hit the other president's last one. I've had the other 2 offices. So,
Okay, that's good. So do you go to school at Yoder?
I play sports for Yoder. I don't go there. I do an online school through Lusk, Wyoming Virtual Academy.
Oh, that's something different.
Yep.
That's exciting. So, are you going to state? You said you weren't going to state.
I'm not
fair.
going to be shown at state for this year.
Okay.
My lambs are not the best, and it's going to be tough in the state this year in my weight class.
Yeah. So that's good, and you have enough knowledge. You know that. So I commend you on that. Also, I commend you on all the volunteer work. You young people, we need more young people like that, and we appreciate you. And good luck in your endeavors.
All right.
What sports do you do?
I play football, basketball, and track.
So you do them all.
I do 'em
three of them, yeah. So you're busy.
I'm a busy.
Yeah. So we'll go to thank you, Mr. Hawes, and tell your mother and dad hello. I kind of know those 2 individuals. Your father was a pretty good cattle judger.
Good dairy judger too.
Yep, he did good in dairy, and also he might have to brush up on his reasons a little bit, but other than that, he did good. And we have another young man from LaGrange. I assume you're from LaGrange. Your
Yep.
name?
Hadley Evans.
Glad to meet you, Hadley. How old are you?
I'm 15.
15? How many years you been in 4-H?
Ever since I was 9.
Yeah, so you've been in it a while.
Yeah.
And you show cattle?
Yes, sir.
What type of cattle?
Market cattle, so I just have one steer this year, but
What do weigh?
1381.
So have they divided the classes up? Are you in the heavy, medium, light?
I'll be the class second heaviest.
Second heaviest.
Yeah.
So your steer look pretty good conformation-wise?
Yeah, he's pretty much right where I want him to be, so
That's the right weight
Yeah.
for his size?
yeah.
What do they look for in those market animals?
Muscle shape, just overall. The big part of it when you're showing is just how you set them up, because most of them, they all have good pieces, but it all is based on how you set them up. So,
Are you going to be in showmanship?
yes, I will be.
Okay. Tell the audience a little bit about your show stick and how you handle that animal.
So you try and be pretty proper with it. Hold your stick out in front of you and kind of walk into how you set them up instead of kind of poking and prodding at them. So,
So you want to set them up square, right?
yeah.
Yeah, very good. You show any other projects?
Just steers.
Just steers. You enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay. You going to do the same thing next year?
Yeah.
You hope to go? Are you going to the sale, livestock sale?
Yeah, I will be.
And you know that's coming up. I think that's Saturday, isn't it? The livestock sale. What do you do with your money?
It just depends.
Do you save a little and maybe buy another project?
Yeah, later on, yeah.
Yeah. So you invest wisely,
Right.
right? What grade are you in?
I'll be a sophomore.
Sophomore. So do you go to Yoder?
Yes, I do.
Good. Any sports?
I play basketball and golf.
Good. How's the golfing going?
It's fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I quit that golfing because I lost too many of those golf balls. So.
Yeah.
But it is fun. So are you going to State Fair?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I hope you place well.
Thank
And
you.
I hope you do well in showmanship. And that steer's ready and it's pretty mellow.
Yeah.
Good, good. So good luck, young man.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in and talking to us.
Yep.
Now we have a younger individual here. Your name?
Hudson Evans.
Mr. Evans. So you must be from the LaGrange area, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And what do you show?
I show steers, goats, and I do photography.
So how'd you do in photography?
Good, I got 2 reds, 1 blue, and a purple.
So does your purple go to state?
I think so.
What was your photography? What'd you take a photo of?
I had a picture of my dog, a mountain, ducks, and
Forgot
a pheasant.
A pheasant?
Yeah,
Well, where'd you find a pheasant?
in our yard.
They're pretty scarce around this community anymore. There used to be a lot of them. Does any of those get to go to state fair?
Yeah, my one mountain picture.
Oh, good. So they'll take that up for you, I assume. Did they interview on the photography project?
Yeah.
What kind of questions did they ask you?
What camera I used, where I took it, what time of day it was.
So a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like you did well. So how old are you?
11.
So you've been in a couple years in 4-H?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're going to show a steer
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah. I showed today in Fed and Bred.
Fed and bred. Where'd you get your steer?
Home raised.
You raised it? Okay. Must be the Thaler farm, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah? What breed?
I don't know.
Oh, that's all right. That's okay. What did it weigh? Do you remember that?
1,200 some.
So are you in the medium class, the heavy class?
I think medium.
Medium? And are you a junior in 4-H?
Yeah.
I think you are. Yeah, you probably are. So, what else you want to tell us? Anything? Give this audience some knowledge.
I showed breeding goats.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I showed Monday.
How'd you do? What kind? What breed?
I don't know that either.
Did it have long ears, short ears? What color?
One was white and black, and one was brown, black, and white.
Okay. So they're dairy goats?
No, breeding.
Breeding goats. Okay. So how'd you do with those?
I got second with one. Well, I got second with both of them, and then I got third overall.
That's good. That's good. Did you go in showmanship?
No.
No? Can you tell us how you prepped that goat for the show? Do you wash them or anything?
Yeah, we washed them, we clipped them, and just combed them out.
Kind of make them look good, huh?
Yeah.
And what'd you wear? Did you have to wear special clothes to show?
Yeah.
You kind of dressy? Yeah, good. That's very good. Well, thank you.
Yep.
And good luck. Are you going to State Fair?
Yeah, with my breeding goat.
Well, good. I hope you do well. You'll be a lot of competition there because they're from all over the state of Wyoming, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are you going to stay at the dorms or are you going to stay with your parents?
In our camper.
Okay, that's good. So you'll enjoy a little outdoor cooking and all that good stuff, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
So we'll pass the mic on down. Who do we have here?
My name's Jada Trumbull.
Jaden Trumbull. And what do you show?
I don't show any animals, but I do visual arts and fashion and fabric.
Oh, let's talk about fashion and fabric. That's something some of us men don't know about. Did you model?
Yes, I modeled.
What'd you have?
I modeled my olive green romper that I made.
So did you do well?
I did. I got reserve grand champion, reserve champion, and champion.
Yeah, it sounds like you did really well.
I
So
did.
Are you going to take those to State Fair?
The romper's going to state. I'm not going to state.
Okay, but you're going to take your clothing will go.
Yes.
And you'll see. And they'll judge you on your stitching and that type of thing?
Yes,
Okay. So very good. Sounds like you did well.
I did.
Now your visual arts, what you doing in?
I made a pig out of tires, out of 3 used tires.
Oh, that was a job, I bet.
It was.
So how'd you do?
It got a blue, so it's not going to state.
So did you have to paint it and cut it all out?
I didn't have to cut it, I had to paint it.
So how'd you cut all that tire out? Did you use a saw of some kind?
We didn't cut it, we just bolted it
Oh,
together.
okay, you bolted it together.
Yeah,
Made
we
it look
bolted
like a
it.
pig.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool. So is that going to State Fair?
No, it got a blue.
Okay, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
So how old are you?
I'm 12.
12. So are you an intermediate then?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so you'll compete in the intermediate at State Fair. So I assume those volunteers will pack up your stuff and take it to State Fair and then bring it back home.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit how you model.
Well, when you walk up on stage, you have to make like a letter, so you have to make a W. Like that's what they teach you, is to make a W. And so when you walk up on the stage in the Rendezvous Center, you go to the corner and then you walk down a little bit and then you go to the front of the stage and then you go back up, down and up. And then if they're still reading your narrative that you do when you're in the fashion review, you just do it over again. But in the judging, you make your letter, and then once you're done, you walk off, and then you go to the front of the stage, and you get judged.
That's good. Sounds like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
And I hope you do well at State.
Thank you.
So I don't know, Ryan, if we have any more to come in.
I think that's it for
I
us.
think that's it. I'd like to congratulate you all, and it's nice talking to all of you. Appreciate it. You give the audience the knowledge, and we encourage those people to come out and watch you show steers. And also, that's a big day when you show steers. That's today. It's interesting, and I understand that it'll be quite a show, and it'll be a long show, won't it? I hope it doesn't get much hotter. So congratulations and good luck to all of you. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, Grandpa, before we let the listeners go, should we go over the schedule a little bit for today?
Yes, and it's kind of a busy day, and it's a special day today. These young people do a lot of extra work, and they've have a lot of discipline and a lot of responsibility. So we do congratulate them. As today is August 1st, it's Thursday, and from 1 o'clock you have the 4-H dog show and the Supreme Cow contest and the Goshen County Bred and Fed, which these young people talked about, and the swine show. The market show is at 6:30, and that's always usually has a big audience. So we hope it cools off for those, and also for the steers a little bit. Those kids are going to be sweating this afternoon.
It's supposed to be warm today, so
Yeah.
we had talked about the swine show. It is set for 6:30, and I think they moved that back from previous years because I think they used to start at around 5, but we've learned that it gets a little warm here in the Banana Belt. So,
And sometimes that's a long show, but they do have lights, and the judge does an excellent job most of the time.
Yep.
So we'll see how they do this year, or how she does this year.
Again, that starts at 6:30. They've also got some other stuff going on. I know the Ranch Rodeo is going on now at the Pavilion. And then they'll have the Little Bits and Spurs mutton busting and goat roping at 7 o'clock over at the Pavilion. So plenty to do today. There's also a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow. If you want to look at that schedule, we have it on our website at goconow.com. Before we send it back to Chris at the studio, I'd like to thank some of the sponsors that sponsor these interviews: Brown Company, Clark & Associates, Dinklage Feed Yards, Double C Seeds, Torrington Office Supply, and Z&W Mill. Some of your sponsors in part there. For Ron Kaufman, I'm Ryan Cate. Thanks, Chris. Back at the studio, we'll send it to you at Kerm FM.